everyone. So today we are over at Epcot at the Food and Wine Festival. We're gonna check out all the booths that they have this year. This is the Mac and Eats booth. They have traditional mac and cheese, pork belly, brisket, cowboy mac and cheese, chili cheese mac and cheese, and assorted Pinot Noir and other kinds of alcohol. There's also a few other ones around here. There's the Coastal Eats over there.
Hi friends, howdy. How we doing?
So Coastal Eats has a baked scampi dip with shrimp, scallops, and baguette, and oysters Rockefeller. It looks like it has a bunch of things inside the oyster. So Coastal Eats is a seafood one. Coastal Eats and Mac and Eats are over here close to the area where you can go to Test Track and Space 220 restaurant and Mission Space. So they're not in the normal area where all the rest of them are. The next one we have is the Flavors from Fire. Here they have smoked corned beef and a banh mi bao, just kind of like a Vietnamese inspired thing. The Rocky Road chocolate cake.
Come on.
This is the fry basket. Here they have an assortment of different fries. Adobo yuco fries with garlic, cilantro, aioli. You can also get the fry flight with sea salt and malt vinegar, barbecued bacon fries with aioli, sweet potato casserole fries, very sweet candied pecans, marshmallow cream, and caramel whiskey. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll get some a bit later. So inside the Odyssey building, we have brewing at the Odyssey. So, as you might have guessed, chicken wings. So sticky wings with peanut sauce and grape jelly, kind of weird. Garlic parmesan wings, traditional buffalo wings, sriracha lime wings, Caribbean dry rub jerk spice wings, and Brussels sprouts. Kind of an interesting combination there. Unless there's a festival going on, usually the Odyssey building tends to be closed to people. But yeah, when there's festivals, there's usually quite a few things going on inside. Looks like there's live music going on inside today. I'm starting on the Mexico way today. So let's see what they have at this booth. Looks like taco al pastor, tostadas barbacoa, some kind of chocolate bread pudding with a chocolate cream, margaritas, of course. Mexico, famous for margaritas. All right, we're gonna keep heading down. All right, here we are at the China booth. So here we have the pan-fried dumplings. These are really good. Actually, I had this not this year, but in the previous year, and they were really good. They're expensive, but they're really good. Mongolian beef bao bun and dan dan noodles. The dan dan noodles look spicy. Spicy pork with Szechuan sauce, peanut butter, sesame, and green onions. Definitely spicy, but if you like spicy, you might enjoy these dan dan noodles. Of course, bubble tea. Can't be without that. During Food and Wine, we have an India booth. Look at the little Remy on top. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it. Remy with some garlic. Part of the scavenger hunt that we have every year at Epcot during Food and Wine to find all the Remys on top of the building scattered around the showcase. So here at the India booth, smells very authentic. We have crispy paneer, samosas, tikka masala, mango lassis. Definitely very traditional Indian foods here. Not really a fan of Indian dishes, but if you guys do like Indian food, I think you would enjoy this booth a lot. Here we have their Freshman Outpost, during festivals they have different things than usual.
Austin, what are you doing in there? Where's the baby?
So this year we have spicy githeri. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. It looks vegan, vegetarian. Has white beans, pigeon peas, quinoa, and grains and slaw. Not for me, but definitely very unique. We also have a Kenya booth over here. Let's see what they have. Barbecue, beef tenderloin, and piri piri skewered shrimp with couscous. Here we have the pictures. Yeah, they look pretty good. I've been seeing people carrying around the piri piri skewered shrimp, and they look really good. But from what I know of piri piri, it is spicy, so probably not for me. But this is definitely a very unique booth, and the things do look good, just not to my taste, really. Coming up to the Germany area, got a few booths over here. They always have quite a few during Food and Wine. There's also live music being performed over here today. Okay, so we have the worm raclette with Swiss cheese. It has some ham and bread. Yeah, I got a few warm raclettes. They all seem to have potatoes and bread. So very German foods here. I cannot even pronounce the name of the first one, but it's pasta gratin with ham, onions, and cheese, and roasted bratwurst with a pretzel roll and apple strudel with vanilla sauce. So it looks like the Spain booth is back. There's always a Spain booth here over by Italy. The charcuterie plate, which has Spanish cheeses, meats, olives, and vinaigrette, paella with rice, chorizo, and shrimp, and a seafood salad with various seafood inside, virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and paprika. Yeah, I do really love paella. I don't know, maybe someday I might actually try it. So it looks really good, but it's a bit expensive for what you get. It's pretty small. I had paella once in California, and I really liked it. I've never tried the paella at Food and Wine before. Here at the Italy booth, we have I cannot pronounce it, but I think it's gnocchi or gnocchi. I think gnocchi. Gnocchi with potato dumplings with a cheese sauce and roasted cremini mushrooms. Another kind of gnocchi with vodka sauce, cheese, and crispy bacon, and panna cotta. Oh, the panna cotta looks really good. I might need to come back to this booth later and get some. Over in America, here's the hops and barley booth. Let's see what they got over here. So here at Hops and Barley, there's a crab slider, beef sandwich, and carrot cake. Pretty traditional American-based foods. One of my favorite booths, the Japan booth. Let's see what they got for Food and Wine. Okay, looks like they have a teriyaki chicken bun, takoyaki, which is like octopus balls, and spicy salmon donburi, kind of like a rice bowl. Got some interesting alcoholic beverages, yuzu lemon drop, sake of course. Here by Morocco, we have the Greece booth. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, so at the Greece booth, spanakopita, which looks like some kind of spinach wrap thing. Griddled cheese with pistachios and honey, and a gyro, lamb gyro. Nothing really that I would like to try at this booth, but if you like Greek food, you would definitely enjoy this booth for sure. Alright, here we got the Belgium booth. In previous years, the Belgium booth had some pretty good waffles. Belgians are known for their Belgian waffles after all. Alright, so yeah, pretty much the same as last year. Beer braised beef with Gouda smoked potatoes, Belgian waffle with chocolate ganache, and Belgian waffle with berry compote. I had the waffles here in the previous year and they were really good. Definitely recommend coming here for their waffles, even though they are a little bit expensive, but they are really good. Next door to the Belgian booth, we have the Brazil booth. Brazil booth was also here in previous years. Traditional Brazilian foods, the cheese bread, and black beans with pork and rice. So these are things that Brazilians do eat, so it is pretty traditional. Alright, here we are at the France booth. See what kind of traditional French foods they got here. Cheese, cheese bread. They call it beignet. I cannot pronounce the rest, but cheese bread, warm cheese bread. And there's also another kind of bread with escargot, which is snails, as well as a creamy garlic and parsley sauce. They got braised short ribs with mashed potatoes and creme brulee. I had creme brulee here before, and it's actually pretty good. They do a really good job with their creme brulee over here at this booth for sure. And the rosé mimosas that everyone likes, Chardonnays, and martini slushes. A lot of people usually get a lot of drinks from this booth, so it must be pretty good. Alright, here we have the Ireland booth. Ireland booth is here every year. Usually some pretty interesting things here. Yeah, so let's check out the food. Alright, fisherman's seafood pie. Definitely not a pie, but looks like layers of seafood. Irish sausage with potatoes and onion gravy, and chocolate pudding cake with the Irish cream liqueur custard. So I've had the pudding cake before. The pudding cake is good. Definitely worth the money. I'm not a fan of the Irish cream liqueur, so usually I just ask for it without. Alright, and of course Guinness Bailey's coffee shake is here, and Irish cream ale for the Ireland booth. So yeah, let's see what else the World Showcase has. Okay, we have made it over to the Canada booth. So same thing as always, the cheddar bacon soup with the pretzel roll and filet mignon. Yeah, so definitely the cheddar bacon soup is good. As it's very hot today, I definitely don't really want the soup right now. It's quite rich and heavy, but it's good. It goes really well with that pretzel roll. Definitely one of the things that is a must to get at Food and Wine for sure. Here we are at the Australia booth. So this is the grilled sweet and spicy bushberry shrimp that they have every year. It's a really big shrimp on top of a bed of vegetables. They have the roasted lamb chop and a lamington cake. Maybe it's something they have in Australia. It's a yellow cake with raspberry filling and has chocolate and coconuts on it on the outside. Here we have the Earth Eats booth, where they have plant-based burgers, the Impossible Burger Slider, as well as some other things. Yep, here's the Impossible Burger and also Impossible Meatballs. A pretty interesting concept, especially if you would like to try not actual meat-based products here. Yeah, I never tried it before, but people said it's actually pretty good. Alright, here is a Simmering Sips booth. They have a guava mousse on top of, with coconut lime whipped cream. They got a bunch of mimosas at this one. Yeah, definitely got to come back for this guava mousse in a bit. Looks really good. Oh, another one of my favorite booths from the Food and Wine Festival, the Hawaii booth. Here we have the Kalui, I think I cannot pronounce that right, Kalua pork slider. It has sweet and sour, pineapple chutney, and spicy mayonnaise. It's like a little sandwich. Spam musubi nigiri. It's pretty much like sushi with spam inside, with spicy mayonnaise and eel sauce. Eel sauce is kind of like teriyaki sauce. Passion fruit cheesecake. Yeah, I've had the passion fruit cheesecake here before. In previous years, they used to have the spam hash, which was kind of like what you eat in the morning, the potatoes and some veggies and spam. But this year, they have spam musubi. Yeah, definitely would like to try spam musubi here. probably without the spicy mayonnaise on it. But yeah, it looks really good. I do really love a good spam musubi. This is a new booth to the Food and Wine Festival, the Noodles Exchange. Looks like a very Chinese or Asian inspired booth. So I see here they have traditional spicy beef pho, which is, yeah, if you ever had pho before, this is it. Chinese char siu pork udon, kind of a mix of Japanese and Chinese over here. Thai shrimp and coconut curry rice noodles, Thai food, and also tofu pho if you don't want any meat. So yeah, definitely a lot of different things here. It's pretty good. Definitely going to be getting something from this one. I do love Asian food, if you guys have seen in my other videos. All right, we are coming to the last booth of our trip around the World Showcase Food and Wine Festival, the Swanky Saucy Swine. Let's see what they got here. All right, so they have pork rinds with pimento cheese, soy glazed sticky ribs, and looks like pork shoulder with a lettuce wrap. Nothing really that I want here, but definitely different.
So yeah, like I said, I wanted to try a few things from Food and Wine today. So the first thing we have is the char siu barbecue pork udon from the Noodles booth over there. Yeah, so definitely taste right. The Chinese barbecue pork, the char siu, definitely tastes the way it should, and the noodles and broth are really good. However, it is very cold. Normally when I think noodle soup, I think at least kind of hot, or at least almost warm, but this is definitely cold. So I don't recommend getting this. And the second thing we tried is the guava cheesecake. Yeah, so that one's not bad actually. Very, very strong of guava. So if you love the taste of guava, you'll like this one. The coconut and lime is kind of weird. It's almost like a guava key lime cake. So it's a little weird. It's a bit strong. I'm not sure I'd get this again. All right, and the amazing fry flight that I've been seeing people carry around all day. My friend actually told me that the fry flight is amazing. So upon trying it, it actually is pretty good. The sea salt vinegar, though, is not really like sea salt and vinegar chips like I was expecting. It's kind of just more like sea salt fries with just a hint of that vinegar taste. So I definitely wish it had a bit more vinegar on it. Yeah, the barbecue one, though, the barbecue bacon one, though, was really good. It's definitely one of my favorites that I've had. I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes, so to me, the sweet potato with marshmallow on top is kind of weird. So not for me, but if you love sweet potato, you will definitely love that one. Yeah, so that's all the food that we decided to try today. So we're going to head on over to our reservation over at Space 220 now. So today we actually managed to get really lucky. We finally managed to get a reservation at the Space 220 restaurant. It's like almost impossible to get dining reservations here, as they're almost always booked up. And I'm kind of an impatient person, and I don't really want to wait in the standby line for like 2 hours or at least an hour and a half. It's almost like waiting for one of the attractions, but you're not going anywhere, just going to eat at the restaurant. But we were lucky to actually get a reservation today, so I'm so excited to see Space 220. People have been saying the inside is amazing, and I've been seeing some pictures and videos online. It definitely looks really cool.
Station. Enjoy the ride.
SV2, you are clear to launch. Initiating in 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
You're riding aboard the Mark V Stellarator, the latest in space elevator design and technology. Today, you'll have a spectacular view of Florida and the eastern seaboard. Enjoy the ride. I'll be back in a bit with arrival information. space station coming into view. Once we dock, gather your belongings and exit through the open-air lobby. A Space 220 agent will be waiting for you.
SB2 cleared for arrival. Gravity generator active. Docking complete.
All right, welcome aboard Centauri.
Got seated at our table. So for the menu, very modern. You scan the QR code and then you'll be able to view the menu. Yeah, so actually our reservation was supposed to be for the lounge, but it looks like we got a normal table. So it's pretty cool. Waiting on our food now. All right, so we ordered the chocolate cheesecake dessert. A little pricey, but it's really beautiful. Got these big chocolate pieces on top and little cheesecake in the middle, the little chocolate pearls. Wow, definitely can't wait to dig into this.
Epcot will be a smooth and quick one today, so enjoy the ride. Epcot is now coming into view. When you dock, gather your belongings, exit through the open-air lobby, and watch your door travelers.
SB2 cleared for arrival.
All right, so we just got back home from Epcot. Yeah, so a little review of the Space 220 restaurant. The dessert we got was definitely delicious. I'm not sure if it was worth all the money we paid, but it definitely was really good. Even though it looked really small, it was very rich. And honestly, I don't think I could have finished it by myself. It was very, very rich, full of very, very heavy ingredients, very heavy cheesecake. Yeah, so honestly, I don't think Space 220 is worth the hype, to be honest. We really were a bit disappointed by it. We really were expecting more. Like, we really thought the Space 220 restaurant would make you feel like you're in space. Like, we really thought it would be a really nice simulation all around. Unfortunately, it was just kind of lacking. In the end, it just looked like a restaurant. So definitely not worth the price paid for the 3-course meal for lunch or for dinner. The coolest thing about the Space 220 restaurant was actually the elevator. That simulation of like ascending into space and then descending back to Florida was really cool. That was definitely done really, really well. And I think Disney did a really good job with that. Yeah, so you actually don't have to order the preset, like, 3-course meal when you go to Space 220. You can actually order a la carte like us. Like, a lot of people were just ordering little items like fries or like some wine while we were there. But other people did order like the 3-course meal set while we were dining at Space 220. But yeah, definitely not worth like $60 or $80 for sure. I mean, I'm really glad we got to experience it, and I'm really glad we finally got to see inside for ourselves. Yeah, so thank you everyone. I hope you liked my video, and see you guys next week. Bye.